Can you tell us your experiences of 9/11?
So I remember the news was all the news channels were showing footage of planes hitting the towers.
On 9/11, I was stationed in Okinawa, Japan. Of course, you hadn't been born yet, 2001. Your brother, he actually turned a month on September 12th. He was born August 12th. In Okinawa, Japan, we was, 8 or 9 hours ahead. And when 9/11, the attacks happened, it was like one or 2 o'clock in the morning.
Child back in August. So I just remember watching the news all day. We had to take a defensive posture around all of our installations uh, across not only the U.S. but overseas. We were serving overseas in Okinawa at the time, so all of the bases went into high alert. And there was a typhoon outside actually during that time, and so my husband had to go stand and guard the perimeter of the base during a typhoon. So that was really scary for him to be out there. After September 11th, the most military installations maintained a very high security posture, and there were a lot of changes made.
So we started getting calls, from the platoon sergeant, the squad leaders and stuff like that. It's like, grab your gear, report to, the company, draw your weapon and get in formation. So it's like real chaotic. And, you turn on the TV and, overseas, we only have a couple of channels on AFN. So, you turn on AFN looking, and it's like, man, somebody done flew some planes in the towers. Like, man, what's going on? So, you're getting your gear on, you're getting uniforms and stuff, making sure you got everything together because you got to have your, t-shirts and, all your gear, your battle gear and stuff like that. Go to order room, draw your weapon at the same time, you still don't know everything that's going on and of course why. So it's like, man, what's happening? What's going on? Get your weapon, form us up, and immediately we go on guard duty and patrol around our base. Everything locked down, nobody in, nobody out, nobody.
The events of 9/11 put any strain on it, on your relationship?
When you join the military, it's like you always know there's a possibility that you could go to war. And when you go through basic training, many times they'll tell you that you're preparing. You know, that's what the army's job is, to defend our nation. So September 11th was 2 years after I joined in 1999. So in 2001, the reality that our country was probably going to go to war occurred, and we would remain at war for over a decade after that.
The people that were in the towers had no idea, they ain't getting their coffee ready to go to work. And next thing you know, they're in the afterlife and you headed somewhere else. You still don't know everything that's going on and of course why. So it's like, man, what's happening? What's going on? Get your weapon, form us up, and immediately we go on guard duty and patrol around our base. Everything locked down, nobody in, nobody out, nobody. So I think for the first week or two, we did a roving patrol and we did a gate guard and we were sleeping, we couldn't go to our, you know, to our rooms or anything or back to if you lived off post back to your home because we wasn't traveling. There wasn't no travel. You get there, hey, we locked down. So eventually you get all the information and find out that man, we been under attack, so-called terrorism and terrorists and flew planes into towers, flew planes to, Pentagon, stuff like that. And it's like, man, this is like crazy. Being away from, your brother, he was a newborn at the time. So it's like, man, he's at home, off post or, you know, on another installation actually. So you're not on the same installation and we can't really communicate because everything is so chaotic, really. I wouldn't say a strain, but it may be more of a wake up or awakening and be like, you have to be more conscious of, things you do, your actions, and more thankful for the time that you have around them because that time can be taken at any given time. When we did allow vehicles and travel and people to go back home, go to their loved ones, or just all everything was searched. Every vehicle we did, we checked everything from top to the bottom, underneath the hood, gas tanks, tire well, wheel well, trunk, glove compartments, uh, arm compartments, check everything, everything. Underneath the seats, people frustrated, but we gotta check everything, mirrors, everything.
A lot of people were frightened, but you also saw in our country that many people also wanted to join and serve. So many people became very patriotic after our country was under attack. But
It led to some healing, and I think it's leading to a better country as a whole.